one of the Master's prominent disciples. In the course of a letter he wrote, "Our mother, an empress among queens, has become of her own accord a beggar, and does all the menial work with her own hands. She is putting up with hardship to teach householders how to perform their duties." In another letter, "Who indeed has understood Holy Mother? In her there is not the slightest manifestation of power. The Master displayed the power of enlightenment, but in Holy Mother even that is absent. Indeed, what a great power she is. We send to her the poison that we cannot swallow. She welcomes all, such unlimited power, such compassion. Even the Master could not act thus, not to speak of us. He used to pick and choose his disciples. And what do we see in the Mother? She gives shelter to all. She swallows all this poison and digests it too." One day a disciple asked her, "Well, Mother, do you always remember your real nature?" "How could that be?" she replied. "How then could I perform all these duties? But even in the midst of my activities, whenever I wish, I can understand by the slightest effort that all this is the mere play of Mahamaya." Holy Mother, like her husband, was divinity incarnate. It was the same power which became manifest through the human forms of both Sri Ramakrishna and Sarada Devi. In the former, the outer manifestation was greater than in the latter. It was this embodiment of the Divine Mother of the universe that Sri Ramakrishna had worshipped in his room at Dakshineshwar. The Holy Mother did not practice those austere spiritual disciplines about which one reads in the life of Sri Ramakrishna. Yet her spiritual realization was as bottomless as his, and how hard she tried to hide it. Once in a while, a zealous disciple would compare her to Sri Ramakrishna. On one such occasion, she said, "Be still. I am more than blessed that he has given me shelter at his feet. I am his handmaiden. The Master alone is everything. There is none like him." Holy Mother herself, however, revealed her nature on appropriate occasions. Once she said that as long as she was alive, people would not recognize her real nature. In her relationship with her disciples, Holy Mother was not a hard disciplinarian. She won their hearts through her love, which was showered in equal measure upon the virtuous and the wicked. To those who repented their sinful conduct, she gave reassurance. To such a one, she once said, "Do not fear, my child. Always remember that the Master is behind you. I am also with you. As long as you remember me, your mother, why should you be frightened? The Master said to me, 'In the end, I shall certainly liberate those who come to you.'" On another occasion, she said, "Suppose one of my children has smeared himself with dirt. It is I and no one else who shall have to wash him clean and take him in my arms. To make mistakes is man's very nature, but few of those who criticize know how to correct them." And this is from Reminiscences of Swami Ishananda. It's a very short little story. I was then with Mother at Jairambati. One day I sent a load of things from Koalpara through a woman and returned to Jairambati at about 10 o'clock in the morning. The woman took down her load and saluted Mother. Mother asked, "Well, my dear good woman, why have you not been coming here of late?" Then the aged woman said, "Mother, I have fallen on evil days now. Now I have to knock about at many places for food. The gentlemen at Koalpara cannot get at me easily, even if they have to send a load here. A few days ago, my young son, who earned us our bread, died." At this, Mother said, "What a sad news, my dear." Her eyes became wet as she spoke. At the touch of this sympathy from the Mother, the old woman began wailing piteously. Mother, too, sat by her and, resting her head on a post of the veranda, began wailing along with the woman. Hearing this, the other ladies of the house came hurriedly there. and stood silently at a distance at this touching sight. The emotion cooled down after a while, and the wailing stopped. Then Mother softly asked her young woman attendant to bring some coconut oil. When the oil came, she began to pour it over the old woman's disheveled hair. After the hair had been oiled, Mother tied to the woman's cloth some muri and gur, and while bidding farewell with wet eyes, said, "Do come again, my dear." I could read from the face of the old woman the consolation she had derived from Mother's kindness.